Hello, everybody. Homer here with some advice on how to edit and add content to the web page under development. So what you do is you go to the URL lzchugo.netlify.app, but you add a little / okay, and then an admin, okay. And that is going to bring you to this this page that you see here. So our website /admin. And later on, of course, you'll use, LexingtonZenCenter.org /admin. But this particular URL will also always work. It's always there, going to be there in the background. Anyway, you log in with your Google credentials that you provided. So continue with Google and see what happens. Eventually you come to something that looks like this. So notice you've got a log out possibility up here. You've got a couple of different types of content. You've got articles. Those are the Dharma talks. This main articles here is like a list page for the Dharma talks. And then the specific Dharma talks are underneath it. There's also pages, and so these are the fixed pages for the site. So there's the Lexington Zen Center is the home page, and then there's all the other supporting pages that show up on the menu. And so you can edit any of these pages. You could even create a new page, although I haven't set it up so that you can get it into a menu. I would have to do that for you. Let's see what else we got. We got something called workflow that we're going to talk about in a minute. We got something called media that's worth looking at right now. Got a couple of images in a folder that you can access and add to. And you can also take away stuff from it if you wish, although I wouldn't advise that. So a couple of nice images, including spiralspeak.png. Hey, we might use that one in a little bit. So let's say we want to make a new article. So let me head back to articles, and let me push this button that says new articles. And we actually make one new article. So let's say it's Dharma Talk. Let's say it's good title might be Awesome Dharma. The date is set to be by default like right now, but if you click on it, you can do a little calendar doohickey and pick a new date. I'll click out of that. Description is optional, but it's nice. It shows up underneath the title. So how about a Dharma talk authored by, Matsu at the center recently. Okay, what else we got? Featured image. So we have a kind of a default featured image set up. You don't have to have one. You could remove it. Or you could choose a different one. And if you do that, you're taken to this media library where you can upload anything you like to the library if you want a different featured image. Make sure that when you do so that you've already thought about and kind of like minimized your image. And have it in mind as a possible featured image, kind of wider than it is high and things like that. Tags. You can put in as many tags as you like, separate them by commas. Let me see. This is a talk by Matsu. So how about Zen and blows and shouts? Draft. By default, this comes in as true, which is kind of sad. You won't be able to see the thing on the website until it's not a draft. Let's go ahead and set that to false right away. And then the body of your article. Two ways to do this, rich text and Markdown. Rich text is what you'll probably use, where you can do boldface and italics, stuff like that. I found that bulleted and numbered lists don't quite seem to work right on this editor yet. And so if you want those, you would have to learn how to make them in Markdown. We can talk about that sometime. But let's go ahead and get some text in. So you could type it in, but I'm just going to like say that I typed it in some other text file, and I could just pull in the contents of that file. So I'm just grabbing some stuff off the internet and pasting it in. And so there's the text of Matsu's talk. Let's say that he wanted a figure somewhere, like maybe right about here. If you go to the pluses, you get a bunch of fancy things where you can embed Twitters and Vimeos and YouTube videos and whatnot. You'll probably use figure a fair amount. So I'll do a figure. And let's do that Spiral Speaks. Okay, and so the source of that, here's how you got to do anything from the media library. You got to say /images /uploads. Okay, it's got to be done. / got to be done. And then spiral, and I think it was speaks.png. Okay. And you can do a caption for it. Spiral Speaks by, I can't remember, maybe it was Sam Brown. Okay, click out of that, and it seems to darken. I guess it's maybe recorded. And you might be wondering, like, how do things look now? If you you can get a really rough preview by going to this toggle preview up here, and you see the header image and you see the text, and it really doesn't know how to render this little short code for the spiral speaking. So don't expect that to show up. Oh, and I noticed little typos, so I'm just going to go ahead and fix that typo. It was supposed to be PNG. P. There we go. All right. So none of the changes have been really saved yet, but maybe I've got to the point where I'm happy enough. So I'm going to go ahead and save these changes. And in about 15 or 20 seconds, there's going to be a preview deploy that would be available. Once you see this check for preview, then you can click it, and you can keep on checking, keep on clicking, and when the preview is actually ready, it'll change for you. Come on, preview. There we go, view preview. So if you click it now, then you notice the URL is different. It says deploy preview 13, blah, 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 a regular URL. You're brought to the index page, okay? And sorry, I accidentally resized that too much. There we go. Yeah. Oh, come on. Weird. I don't know why it's got so much back. It seems to scroll when I don't want it to scroll. But anyway, that's the preview. So we want to get to that article. So let's go to articles, and it correctly takes us to the article list page. And you would think that if you just go to this new post here and click on it, that you would be taken to the post, but no, it doesn't work. Not all the links in the preview are set up correctly, and you'll notice here you're back to the original website asking for something that doesn't exist. So you need to go back and put in the name of the talk here. So it was awesome. And you do a dash Dharma. So it's the title of your talk with dashes in between the words. And then if you enter that, oh, sorry. Crap. Okay, so this is like the third time I've tried to make this video, and I accidentally I left some memory in the CMS about a previous version of the talk that I had deleted. And so the actual URL has a -1 after it. Very sorry. In an ordinary case, it would be just the awesome Dharma. Anyway, you can now take a look, and you can see, like things look pretty good, except, the image appears to be broken. And so then you can head back and you can like analyze what went wrong. And actually what went wrong is that it should have been spiral speak. And so we'll save that. And if you want, you can just head right back to your little preview, and it might take 15, 20 seconds, sometimes a little more, but if you just refresh enough times, there we go. So it finished building, and now is kind of looking okay. So now, like say you as the author of this are happy with the post, so you click out of this and you head back to your content manager, and you want to you saved all your changes. Head back head up to the set status, and since you're finished drafting up this thing, and you want, maybe Daniela wants to review it to see if like all the Dharma is correct, then put it in review, okay? And then you would log out, okay? And let's say Daniela comes in to review the article. Maybe you sent her an email, said, hey, I got an article for you to review. So she logs in, and she sees this, and notice that like awesome Dharma is not on the list here, and that's because it's just in review. But if you go to workflow, then you get, yep, there it is. That's why I had that funny mistake. I had that like extra copy of this. I'm going to delete that new entry. Okay, so like so Daniela would see this article that is in review, okay, and she could take a look at it just by clicking here, and so she can look through the review, and she can do this as much as she wants, and maybe she can say things like he should have said COTS right here, and so she can like save those changes. And she can do the same thing of, looking at the preview to see how it's going to be. But say she's now happy with how it's going to be. But except, so she's totally happy. If she thinks it's just perfect, she could go ahead and set the status to ready, and then she could publish. Okay. But suppose she's not totally happy. Suppose that like image, she doesn't want it centered. Maybe she wants something fancier done that like only I can do. Then what she'll do is she'll set it to ready, but she won't push publish. Okay, she'll just log out, and then she'll like send me an email that says, I got something ready except for this little detail that you need to fix. And then I'll go in, I'll fix it, and I'll publish it. But if she's happy with it, she can just publish it right now. Okay, you can just push that button right now, and then you'll build an actual copy of the article that will show up on the live website. So I'm not going to push that. I'm just going to say we're just going to go ahead and delete this unpublished entry. And but that's basically how the workflow would go. And I hope this tutorial has been helpful. I'll go ahead and quit now. Oh, wait. I'm not going to quit now. I'm going to log off. And I just want to, there's something weird. You have to kind of like do this and log out again. You have to do the log out twice. So there we go. Hope it's been helpful. See you later.